Hi guys, and today we are back with part 2 of Dork Diaries and by Rachel Renee from Tales from a Not So Happy Heartbreaker. And we left off on the end of page 23. So now we're on page 24. If you want to know what happened before those pages, look at part 1. Okay, we're gonna start. I make your hair very beautiful. See? Brianna hands me the mirror. Well, I took one look in that mirror and, oh my God! I don't have the words to describe how bad my hair looked. Maybe, hideous, delicious, which is like 10 times worse than just plain old hideous. I couldn't believe the hot mess I saw in that mirror. I thought my eyes were going to rupture and bleed from being exposed to such awesomely stretched ugliness. Ah! That was me screaming. And the back was even worse. Just as I had suspected, a large chunk of hair was missing. I seriously considered crawling around on the floor until I found my severed braid. Then I'd place it in a bucket of ice and rush to the nearest emergency room to see if doctors could somehow surgically reattach it. That's the one. This is the pictures that were before. It's page 24, as you can see, and 25. Okay, we're going to get back to reading. Doctor, please, you need to do emergency surgery to reattach my braid before my hair follicle thingies die. My poor hair, I sobbed. Brianna, I'm so mad at you right now. I could just, Darling, please calm down. There is a no-tear salon, but tipping is allowed. Miss Bravery grinned as she held out her hand. Got any loose change? She expected payment? I was beyond disgusted. Sorry, I'd had quite enough of Brianna and her bony baloney French accent. Ugly haircuts, lazy no-good assistant Hans. Hairstyle by Miss Bravery is always beautiful. I take a picture of your booty, Brianna said as she grabbed my cell phone off her dresser and set it to camera mode. Smile and say cheese. No! 9. No. A blinding flash went off and I couldn't see a thing. Which was lucky for Brianna because right then I was so mad I wanted to give her a super cut and a stylish haircut with a chainsaw. Nikki, is this the button you press to send stuff? Brianna asked. I wanted to send this picture to Chloe and Zoe so I can get more customers. That's when I went furious to livid. Brianna, are you a nut? You better not send that picture of me to anyone. Why not? I need more customers to get more money. How am I supposed to pay Miss Penelope to be my shampoo girl? Just give me back my phone, I screamed and snatched it from her. Mmm. Mommy says sharing is a good thing. Brianna shouted and grabbed it back. We yelled at each other and tussled over the phone for what seemed like forever. Let go of my cell phone, you little brat. No, I need to use it. Oh, fuck. Sorry, kid friendly. Kid friendly. I know it's kid friendly only. Give me a minute. Come on. Shit, I went farther again. Think we were on here? Oh. Wait. There we go. Sorry. Me and Brianna fighting over my cell phone. Ugh. That is until we heard the phone go click and then beep. I had a total meltdown right there on the spot. Oh my God, Brianna, you just sent this hideous photo to everyone in my contacts. Oops. There's a saying that a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, mine is worth 1,000,000 laughs. I look like a psycho homeless clown who accidentally stuck her finger in an electrical socket. Well, that's not good. Chloe and Zoe immediately sent me lol texts in response. I'll come back to you whenever I can. Alright, it's been like an hour after that. Okay, so basically, I'm not going to show this page because all it has is that important part right there. The squee, the happy face. Okay. They were always texting me funny pictures. But I was super worried that after Brandon saw that photo, he'd be so freaked out. He never wanted to hang out with me again. He still hadn't called, emailed, or even texted me all weekend. I was seriously contemplating whether or not to try and superglue that hair chunk back on, or just part of my hair directly to try to hide the bald spot. When my phone chimed, oh my God! I almost jumped out of my skin. It was a text from Brandon. Finally, squee! My heart was pounding as I read his text message. Being super busy with stuff. Don't have time to hang out at Crazy Burger. Sorry. She read that 3 times, so I'm going to read it 3 times. Being super busy with stuff. Don't have time to hang out at Crazy Burger. Sorry. Been super busy with stuff. Don't have time to hang out at Crazy Burger. Sorry. I actually read it like 3 times before his very cryptic message finally sank in. Oh, no, he didn't. I closed my eyes tightly and groaned in despair, like a mortally wounded gorilla or something. How could he do this to me? I immediately recognized Brandon's behavior from that magazine article. How to know if a guy is just not into you. He agrees to date a date, then rudely cancels at the very last minute. He simply texts you an apology instead of telling you in person. I crossed off both number 1 and number 2 from the list. Maybe Brandon was too embarrassed to be seen with a slightly goofy, majorly insecure girl who wasn't a CCP, cute, cool, and popular like Mackenzie. Or maybe the thought of my dad's exterminator van with a plastic roach on it the size of a large hog had made him lose his appetite permanently. Suddenly I felt so stupid. What made me think Brandon would want to go anywhere with me? Anyways, for the past hour, I've been working on a new crush rejection equation. Try to try and figure out what happened. The calculations are super complex, and who knows? All of my hard work on this equation might one day earn me a Nobel Prize in math. Brandon plus Nikki divided by a random text message equals heartbreak. Why is all this guy stuff so confusing? Guess I could write into my Miss Know-It-All advice column and ask myself for romantic advice. Especially since my two friends, Chloe and Marcy, begged me to let them take over my column for an entire month of February. They're doing a special Miss Know-It-All Crush Crisis Love Advice column, which means I have the entire month off. Anyways, here's my letter. Dear Miss Know-It-All, why is love such a cruddy thing? Help, a broken-hearted dork. Monday, February 3rd. I'm still pretty bummed out over Brandon's text message. I really wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, but the magazine article wouldn't let me. I planned to just pretend the whole crazy burger thing had never happened and totally ignore him. However, when I arrived at school, the first thing I noticed was that all of the guys were acting really strange. Even the normally rowdy jocks were huddled together in small groups, quietly talking among themselves. But mostly everyone was staring nervously at some huge commotion down the hall. What was going on? And where were all the girls? Okay, this is just too weird. While all the guys stood there gawking, I decided to go down the hall and investigate. Oh my god, I cannot believe my eyes. I'm going to die. Oh my god, who should I ask? This is so exciting. Okay, girlfriends, this time we get to ask the guys how cool is that. WCD, Sweetheart Dance. Girls ask the guys Friday, February 14th.